Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute and I'm gonna give you the lowdown. So we're here with another plan with me. Luckily in this planner, when I did the sneak for, was it the March? Was it the March mystery kit? What was it? It was a February mystery kit. When I did the sneak for it, I laid this down, so we're good for this next week. Thank you, January, for allowing me to do this, because February has been the worst month ever. After the 5th of February. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this started. And I'm going to give you the lowdown of everything that happened. Literally, you guys, this was the last spread that I had filmed. I don't even think I even uploaded this, which it's not going to get uploaded because at this point it's just... Anyways, and I never filled it out because this was hell week. It was hell week, okay? So let's just remember that. And then obviously there was nothing. So if I never uploaded this video, I might just do the spread again later on in the year because, you know, it was a good looking spread. So let's go ahead and get into this. So I am going to be planning for March 7th through whatever it ends on. I'm not going to count because my brain is not all the way there, and I'll probably say like March 21st or something like that, and that would just totally be incorrect because that would not be 7 days. So we'll figure it out when we lay down the date dots. How does that sound? Okay, so February 5th, we go to a Taekwondo tournament. It was amazing. My son was in his first tournament, and ooh, pattern headers, glitter headers, pattern headers, glitter headers. I'll stick with glitter. I like glitter. It makes me happy. Okay, so on February 5th, we go to a Taekwondo tournament. It's my son's first tournament. He is participating. He is nervous as all get out. This, that, and the other. It was a packed stadium, all of this. So we did everything that we could that you're supposed to do. I mean, we live in Texas, okay, guys? So that should let you know what it is. So, you know, we find a spot away from everybody. We go to it. He does fairly well. He was just really, really nervous. Some parent let their kid, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Okay, so we're planning for March 7th through the 13th. All right, there's our dates. Some parent let their kid drink orange juice before going to a Taekwondo competition. Do I need to say more? No, I don't. It was awful. But you know what? My son was also one of those, he kept chugging water because he was so nervous. And then, you know, he worked himself up, and good thing there was a big old trash can that like 3 of them surrounded themselves with. So, anyways, it was adventurous. Okay? That rest of the day went like normal. We went home. We enjoyed, you know, our company. You know, did the stuff that we normally do. Sunday comes around, and Sunday evening my husband starts not feeling well. I'm like, crap. But he had been working a lot, you know, just whatever it is, okay? Whatever it is. He starts not feeling well. He takes his temperature, and he's never had a temperature this high before. And I'm like, crap. You know what's hit our family. So I immediately start putting everything on lockdown. Everything has to go on lockdown. And Monday, I start feverishly cleaning. Like, okay, I'm still feeling great. He's off in another room where he's supposed to be. I'm going to go ahead and just start cleaning. Tuesday comes around and I start showing symptoms. And I'm like, crap. This is not a good time. So we quarantined everybody. Everything was cleaned. And we just treated it like normal. And then when we all started feeling better, we sanitized everything 3 more times. I'm not kidding. 3 more times. Kids never got anything. They're good. So, if you were ever wondering where I was during the week of TPC, that's where I was. I was hunkered down. And that's, you know, we treated it just like anything else. So, you know, and we've sanitized everything 1,000,001 times. The office went on lockdown. Nobody was allowed in because we have everything else outside that we could get to. So we're good there. We start feeling better. So this was just a week of February. Okay, this was just a week of February. The rest of February was filled with other adventures. I'm trying to see my dates to make sure that I get my dates correct, because if I don't, then, you know. Okay, so TPC week, we were out. I got my calendar here. Everything on lockdown. Next week, we're fine. Everybody's good. Everybody's golden. We're all healthy, back to somewhat normal, because let's face it, you're just tired at that point. The following week, my mother-in-law went into the hospital. So I was like, crap. They thought she was having signs of a stroke, but it turns out she was having seizures. And I'm gonna kind of just do my normal layout. I don't really want to think too hard about this and confuse myself, because let's face it, I haven't planned for 3 weeks, so we're newbies again, okay? We're just newbies here. It's like riding a bicycle though, right? Like, once you know how to do it, you know how to do it. So, husband put in for emergency leave at work. It was approved, and he drove up there to be with his mom and help his sister out and his dad out and all that stuff. And they seemed to be controlled. She was discharged. He headed back home. It was a long weekend, so we went to go look at some houses, because it's no surprise that we're looking for houses. And during the middle of that trip, we get another call that she is going back into the hospital because she can't stop seizing. So her seizures are just not stopping, and it was far too concerning. So we're like, okay, February, you are a short month, and you definitely like to let it be known that you're here. Okay, like, we get it. Okay, so we get back from house hunting, and he heads back up there and stuff, because they couldn't control her seizures. They, you know, I mean, it was getting bad. They were basically trying to keep her as calm and as, I guess you could say, sedated, although she wasn't really sedated, as possible, just so that, you know, the medicines could work and she could get feeling better. So I'm gonna just kind of look back and see what I did for all of this. So, because, you know, like I said, it's been 3 weeks since I've been doing any of this stuff, so I am really out of practice here. So the nurses, I'm convinced that the nurses, you know, jumped the gun a little bit, but they basically were like, you need to get everybody here that can get here, because we don't know if we're gonna have to do this. And my mother-in-law has in her will that she does not want to be resuscitated. So my sister-in-law was talking about how possibly they need to look into getting a DNR on record with the hospital, this, that, and the other. And we're like, geez. So had to fly everybody in. Luckily, we live close enough that my husband drove, but it was a very scary time. Okay, a very scary time. And everybody got there, you know, and then they finally figured out the magical combination to her meds, and her seizures started to go down. So we were like, hallelujah. So, you know, it was a very, very trying week this last week, because we didn't know which direction she was going to go. And so I had to prep my own children to be like, hey, you know, if things don't improve, I'm going to need your guys' help on getting, you know, all of, like, essentially church clothes ready, because we might need to go take a trip up there, you know, funeral, whatever happens, because that's kind of how it was looking. And luckily she pulled through. And let's see, today is Saturday that I'm filming this, because that's how I do that. Last night she was discharged to the rehab facility. So we went from get everybody here and get possibly prepping for funeral to she's now in the rehab facility. So yay. I do know that some people, you know, I let know on, you know, social media, things like that. And thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers if you were one of those people. You know, you guys have been amazing. I know that some of you have wondered where I was, and I have a tendency to keep my personal life very private until all parties involved are ready to have the information disseminated. So we were able to do that. And I did say on my Facebook group that I would do all the stories of this. I'm just trying to decide what box I want. I think I'm going to go with a third box so that I have some extra room here. I think that's what I'm going to go with. So, you know, thank you for all of those who have thought about me, who noticed that I was kind of a little quiet around, and made sure to keep us in your thoughts and stuff. We greatly appreciate it, and I'm so glad that I'm not having to go to a funeral this weekend, because I did enough of those growing up. So I come from a very large family, I should say very large extended family. By the time I was an adult, I was very familiar with the funeral process. I had been to many funerals, some that I was close to, some that I was not so close to, some that were young and some that were very old. So I have very much enjoyed the majority of my 20s and 30s without having to go to any funerals to people. We have been very blessed in that regard. So, however, I do know that the first funeral my kids have to go through is going to be hard, because it's not like it's an everyday occurrence that happens. So, yeah, but I'm very thankful that it's not this weekend that I'm having to do that. I'm really glad that she was able to pull through, and that hopefully she still has many more years left in front of her. You know, that's what I wish for everybody. So that in and of itself was February, and why I was so quiet and why there was no videos, because we were sick and we hunkered down, and lots of family emergencies of having to go to the hospital. However, we are alive, and we are happy, and we are healthy, and we are safe. So we're good. We're good there. Okay, I need a 3-spot checklist. That's what I need. So let's see what is on the agenda. There's not a whole lot that's on the agenda, because I am playing catch up. So I am having to play catch up with everything, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It's one of the reasons why I build in time into my processing times. So if you're ever like looking at processing times and wondering, geez, why is there such a big disparity? Well, the reason is because I build in time for any potential emergencies. That's just kind of my nature. I have been doing this for, God, how long have I been doing this? I don't know, 6 years? 7, 6, I don't know. I'm not pulling out a calendar to look. But I have been doing this long enough to know that you need to have some built-in time to cover for those things, especially considering that I don't like have employees or anything like that. Like I don't have any employees, so it's not something that I can just say, hey, you know, these are the things that need to get done this week, and I'll see you guys next week type thing, right? It's not one of those things. So I do have to build in some of that time and everything, and I'm really glad that I have that time built in to aid in anything. So, but overall, I try to get your orders to you as quickly as I possibly and humanly can. So thank you all for your continued support. You have no idea how much it is appreciated. We constantly talk about just how amazed we are with the support that you guys give us, and it's endless. I mean, I could possibly cry talking about it, and I don't want to cry because that would not be good. Okay, so no crying aloud, and stuff. So on the agenda for this upcoming week, since I'm getting ahead. I get to actually now pre-plan ahead in this stuff, and I'm super, super excited. That makes me absolutely thrilled to actually be to a point that I can pre-plan, because this is not this upcoming week, but I'm super excited that I'm to a point that I can do this. And then it also allows that if there is a week like what we just had, I'm not going to be behind on planning. Yay! I'm so excited. You have no idea. You guys have no idea. Okay, so coming up, so we are not participating in TPC in March. It's okay. With everything that went on, it was very much we are not applying because we need to ensure that everything stays good here. Like I said, we didn't know what direction everything was going to take with my mother-in-law, and I err on the side of caution always, and I'm really glad that I did. So we are going to work on just getting some things ahead for coming up, because we're looking for a house. Let's see, what do I want to put here? I am not going to use this last sticky note. I think I'm going to just use the sticky notes for the actual weekday, and then I am going to, don't know what I'm going to do for the weekend. Although the weekend has a tendency to be pretty busy, but I don't think I need a sticky note there. Although, oh, it's a sticky note, you guys. Okay. What was I saying? I'm so horrible at this. Oh, getting ahead, because like I said, it's no secret that we are buying a house, and so I need to be ahead on a couple of things, just so that when it does come time to close and move, we are good to go, that we don't have really much to worry about, that we can kind of keep the shop going and all of that stuff. So yeah, all right, we're already to the weekend, and I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen this weekend. So let's see, I'm turning around. I don't have anything scheduled for that weekend, which is actually kind of nice, so I'm just going to treat it like it pretty much is a normal type of work day, because I do have a tendency to work on Saturdays. Unless we have something pre-planned, I have a tendency to work just about every Saturday, because we don't really go out to places. So, you know, kind of just like hunker down still and stay at home. And I'm completely fine with it. It's not like, guys, where I live, it's not like I have like anything great, grand, and wonderful to do here. So I'm not really missing out on anything. At least that's how I feel. So I'm just gonna load some of this stuff up, which is just functionals, because I really like doing this. Obviously, this is my 3-spot checklist of like my top 3 that I get done every day. I think everybody should have a top 3. 3 things that you have to get done that day. And I don't really care, like when it comes to like health and stuff, that could be drinking a glass of water, making your bed, showering. Like get those 3 things done, or whatever you determine is your 3 things that need to get done for that day, and you are golden, my friend. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. So let's go ahead. Sundays are more chill and relaxed. Sundays are more like film, what's the word I'm looking for? Are usually like my days that I focus on social media. Not necessarily like scrolling through social media, but like focusing in the sense that words are failing me still, you guys. Like scheduling. Jeez. Think I didn't know what words are. So more like scheduling things. So that's what I leave Sundays for. We have church that day, so we do that, and then I do like all of my social media scheduling. I'll get posts situated and updated and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I focus on, and it seems to be a good schedule for me. It seems to work out well for me. Look at this. This is so cute. Oh, by the way, I didn't even let you know, this is one of our newest release kits, and I am in love with it. It is super gorgeous. It is all about rainy days and like your farmhouse mudroom, you know, like, because we all wish that we had a mudroom, am I right? One day I will have a mudroom. I have a friend who has a mudroom who I'm going to actually see it this year, and I'm super excited. I'm obsessed with mudrooms. I absolutely adore mudrooms, and I think more people should have mudrooms because they're just absolutely gorgeous. Even if they're small, it doesn't matter. Just a mudroom. So, okay. So let's think about what I need to do. So, I think I'm just gonna go do kind of what I've done in the past. And you know what I need to schedule? I really need to start fitting. I really need to start fitting in reading time. So belong to the TPC Nation book club. I read part of January's book. I didn't participate in the chat because I didn't get all the way through it. And then I've read a lot of this month. I have not read a lot of this month's book. That's what I meant to say. I've not read a lot of this month's book. I'm extremely interested in it, so I won't be doing the chat for that. So I have to do the chat for next month. And I am ecstatic about the book. I mean, all the books have been wonderful this quarter, so I'm not worried that, but I do need to definitely schedule me in some time to start reading March's book, and then I'm super excited about April, May, and June's books. So I really need to get that on part of my, I really need that to start becoming a part of my daily routine. So I am a little, I think I'm going to put these 2 glitter headers down. That way, I don't know what 3 things I'm going to track, because let's face it, I'm not that organized, but I did not want to have a lot of white showing like it would have. Okay, we are golden. I love it. It looks amazing. Do I know what I'm going to track those 3 weeks? No, I don't, but I figure I could track the reading, even though that could definitely go, well, yeah, I would track reading in this. I don't necessarily have a planner just for me, but I think that's where I can do it. Okay, it looks amazing. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. I am very much alive. I am very much well, and the family's doing great, and we can chalk up 2 of 22 to be just a fluke in the book and never happen again. Okay, let's do that. So make sure you like and subscribe and leave comments and all that fun jazz. One of these days I'll have a correct intro and outro because, you know, let's face it, I don't know how to do this thing just yet. But until then, you guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. And I'll see you in my next video. Okay? Bye now.